Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. At long last, I'm finally finishing my review for the Transformers War For Cybertron Earthrise BLUESTREAK. So I've not unboxed this yet, let's just take a quick look before we get cracking with the review. Standard Earthrise packaging, you can see BLUESTREAK in there. I've got a really great piece of artwork there featuring BLUESTREAK on the side. Turning it around to the back, I've got some product photos there of BLUESTREAK, and if you notice there is a slight difference there. He's got the old barricade slash smokescreen style head there, not the head that we've got for BLUESTREAK, thankfully, because I'm not really a big fan of that head. Transforms in 15 steps, and if we turn it around, we've just got that standard piece of Earthrise artwork. Really nice piece of art. But without further ado, let's get out of the box and take a look. And here we are with BLUESTREAK out of his packaging and looking fantastic. Now, if you've seen my smokescreen review, you'll know that I am a fan of the Datsun style Autobots. BLUESTREAK in particular being one of my favourites because he was one of the original members of the art crew. Just looking at this figure, I just love the colour scheme and the way they've done it. It looks fantastic with the grey and the silver and the red. It's not a figure that's covered in paint, but what paint there is just really well done and really clean. And the sculpt work on the head and the paint on the head, if you just take a closer look, I think that head is absolutely fantastic. They've actually used this mould for the Earthrise Pro, which is not quite the right head. I think they should have gone with the Siege one, but we'll cover that in the review anyway. But overall, just looking at BLUESTREAK, I do really think they've done a fantastic job with this one, and I think I actually like this better than I do Smokescreen. As I mentioned in my Smokescreen review, these wheels are painted on BLUESTREAK. If you have a look at the Smokescreen review, they're just plain black and on pegs. The addition of this silver paint here just on the wheels, it makes a hell of a difference, and it does make them stand out much more. Looks aside, I do have a couple of issues with the figure itself. We have some quite loose joints on the legs. I mean, that is fairly loose there, but up on the arms we do have some quite stiff joints, again same as the Smokescreen review. But overall, I'm very pleased with this. Really nice addition to the collection. I'll definitely not be selling it on or anything like that. But let's just go over the articulation. I'll just take his blaster away for a second. Can you hear how stiff that was just then? So arms, you can get a full 360 on the arms. Bit limited by the doors. There is a 360 rotation there at the bicep. Again, with this side, the arms can hinge out almost to 90 degrees due to the nature of the transformation. There's a 360 rotation at the waist, again due to the nature of the transformation. Knee bend, legs can kick out to 90 degrees. You can also kick all the way forward and backwards. We've got ankle rocker joint as normal, and the head is on a ball joint, so you do have a good range of movement on the head. It is a little bit difficult to turn to the right. It's quite stiff. But there is a good range of movement on the head for posability there. So enough about the figure in robot mode. Let's get it transformed into vehicle mode and take another look. Know that in that video I didn't go through the transformation process of the Datsun style Autobot, and I said I was going to do it in this video, and that fully was my intention. However, this figure does have some similar issues to the Smokescreen one, namely the extremely stiff arms, and not only that, getting the legs folded up during the transformation process is an absolute pain in the rear. And to be honest, if I tried to transform it on camera, even though I know the transformation process for this particular style of Autobot, we'd be here all night. So I've skipped it, apologies for that. I'll try and go over the transformation in my Prowl review, but I just wanted to get straight to this because this looks absolutely brilliant, much better than Smokescreen looks, I think, in his vehicle mode. This is just, everything's just sitting a little bit more flush with BLUESTREAK. Great looking paint across the body, and we've got the painted wheels, which I think really helps with the look of this. Nice crisp clean Autobot symbol on the front, and we've got the nice black paint on the bonnet or the hood, depending on where you're from. Just looking underneath, you can see where the arms sit during part of the transformation process, and the head there is just simply turned around. But we do have some paint on the wheels actually, just a little bit of silver paint run off from the factory, but not very noticeable. But all in all, this is a really great looking alt mode. I'm very pleased with this, and I think for display purposes, I'm very tempted actually to just have it displayed like this. If you want, you can take his blaster and peg it onto the roof like this. It's very tight though, be careful when you're putting that in. And the shoulder cannons can go here if you want to. Personally, I think that takes away from the look, so I'm just going to take those off, put those to one side, and then just have it like this on the shelf. One of the things that I forgot to mention earlier is these lights at the front. I think they've done a really good job with these. It just sets the front apart completely. It looks fantastic. The front is actually a different moulding than Smokescreen, and I just think it's more sleek. Really great looking alt mode. Very pleased with it, and yeah, a vast improvement on Smokescreen. It's just a shame that my particular BLUESTREAK figure seems to have some issues, and as I said, if I tried to transform it while I was filming, I'd just make a hash of it and you'd be looking at a 30-minute video, and nobody wants that. So what I'll do is I'll transform it back to robot mode, I'll get it paused up for some final thoughts, and I'll see you in a second. Some final thoughts on BLUESTREAK then. Do I love it? Yes I do. Am I annoyed with it? Yes, I am a little bit, although annoyed is probably not the correct word. I think disappointed is probably more appropriate. I love it because of the way it looks. It's a great looking figure, great addition to the collection. I like how the paint's minimalist but clean. I love the head sculpt and the details on the head. I just think it looks really good. I'm disappointed because of some of the QC issues I've got with mine. The pins on the knees and the thighs, for example, are extremely loose. Just getting it into this pose for this part of the video took me a lot longer than 5 minutes, and it annoyed me that much. I had to go away and make a cup of tea and then come back and start again. The ankle joints are very stiff. The biceps are extremely stiff. When you turn them, they sound like they're going to break. And I'm also a little disappointed that I couldn't cover the transformation process in that video, in this video, because I said I was going to. But unfortunately, just trying to get the rear section transformed where the legs fold up into the rear of the vehicle, it was creaking and crunching, and it just sounded like it was going to break. So I didn't want to push it and make a mistake on camera. Hopefully when I come to review my Prowl figure, we can go through the transformation on that, whether it's from robot to vehicle mode or the other way around. The joints on that one seem really good, so fingers crossed that'll be alright. Let me know in the comments, have you got BLUESTREAK? Have you got any issues with yours? Are you going to be getting BLUESTREAK if you can? I know it was a little bit harder to find than your normal deluxes. But yeah, just let me know in the comments, tell me what you think. Overall, I can't complain too much. It's a deluxe class figure, and for the price you pay, it really is a decent figure, to be honest with you, issues aside. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, then consider subscribing. I've got more content on the way. I've got the Prowl review coming up. I've also got this guy, Kingdom Warpath review coming, as well as Cyclonus, and I've got Huffer and Inferno on the way as well. So if you didn't like the video, just leave me a comment, let me know what you didn't like, how I could improve. I always welcome any criticism on my videos, so please let me know if you didn't enjoy it. I'll leave it there. All that's left to say is thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.